The second thing that I'm very excited about sharing with everyone has to do with discipleship. And I know, okay, people say about me, no matter what subject I'm ever given to talk on, it's always going to default down to discipleship. Well, duh, because that's the one thing that Jesus told us to do. At the very end, He commissioned us all to disciple. And so I use discipleship, and by that I mean the intentional, purposeful, ongoing transfer of the things that I have learned from Jesus and finding a way to get those things into the lives of other people. That's what I mean by discipleship. So I use discipleship as the litmus test, the evaluation point, and I ask myself about every church activity, about all the events that we do, the energy that we expend, the budget, da-da-da-da-da-da. I ask myself about them all. Is it actually discipling or furthering the discipleship of any other person? So, of course, I'm going to end up talking about discipleship, but I'll take a little different angle on it this time, and I want to offer some practical thoughts about, well, how do you even start a discipleship relationship with somebody? In fact, one of the young ladies in our church was just asking, she says, well, Daniel, I really feel this burden to do more and to be more involved in some people's lives, but I don't really know what to do. So how do I get started? And maybe it was just the plea in her eyes that gave me a very quick response. And I'm going to be using it as the focal point of a lot of the teaching that I'll be doing around the world. And here's the Reader's Digest version of it. So I said to her, I said, look, the goal is to start with just 2 or 3 people that you believe would be open to hearing something that you have to say. They have to be people that you're willing to love. But as you begin loving them, and just, let's have coffee or let's do this or that, if you will start by saying encouraging things to them, what do you notice in their life? What do you see as God is developing? And things that you could say about them that relate to the kingdom or relate to their relationship with Jesus. And it's very interesting what happens. If you love someone and you're doing what you're doing for their sake, and then you presume upon that love relationship and presume to just speak to them, you kind of take upon yourself the privilege of becoming a person who can speak into their life. I don't mean speak down to them, but it's so hard to know how to explain this. I hope I'll do a better job when I'm traveling around the world. But it's very presumptuous. When I begin relationship with people, I just presume that I have things to share with them. I might not even know as much as they know. But somehow when you take the initiative and fill that place or that role, begin acting as someone who is kind of an authority in their life, like an older person can always speak to a younger person. And younger people are trained, they just have to listen for this old man when he says something. Well, or a teacher in a classroom has the right to speak to the people. Everybody knows you're the teacher, so you're going to speak. But discipleship begins when I play that part, when I presume upon love to speak authoritatively into someone's life. And everybody wants to have a mirror that they can look in. And so anyways, I told my young friend, just start that way. But it got me thinking about some more practical things of how to really disciple.